Hey guys! So today I want to get into my eating habits because a lot of you have been asking me. So before I start, I want to explain something. I'm not a dietitian and I'm not a personal trainer. I have found what works for me, and I think that is an extremely important thing to do, is to find out what works for your body. One thing I've realized is that I tend to look for a quick fix, and there is no quick fix. After you've done a quick diet, it might work, but after that you're just going to go back to where you started. You will pick up all that weight again. I found that last year, September, I lost about 3 kgs, and this was not because I was trying. It was almost because I was so busy with work and running around and getting things sorted that I actually forgot to eat. Not that I wasn't eating, I was eating, but I wasn't eating as much as I usually ate because I found I was usually sitting at home and I was constantly thinking of food, and I was like, what's in the fridge? Can I just go eat something? And I found that that's what I was previously doing. And towards the end of the year, I got so busy that I actually stopped thinking about food. Which brings me to my next point. So if you look at any diet that's out there, any quick fixes, any juicing, fasting, the 500 calorie diet, great diets, I don't know what diets, there's so many diets out there. If you look at all of them, they all have one thing in common, and that is lowering your calorie intake. And that is the most important part to losing weight. It's not about eating constantly and eating, well, for me, it's not about eating breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, dinner, snack. It's more about putting in good things, but also making sure that it is under your calorie intake. So for instance, I find that daily I would probably need 1,500 calories depending on how hard I've exercised and how many calories I've burnt that day. But as long as you are eating less calories than what you are burning in a day, you are guaranteed to lose weight. Now, I'm not saying go eat chocolates, pasta, pizza. Eat healthy. Your plate needs to look like a rainbow. It needs to have vegetables in the color of a rainbow. You need to have your meat, your fish, any protein source. And that's another thing I wanted to chat to you about. So I found that when I was gymming, I eat a lot more when I gym because I feel like I'm hungry straight after gym. But after gym, try not to eat protein if you want to eat into your muscle, because protein, as soon as you feed your body protein, I found that I built a lot of muscle. If I would go home and eat like eggs and anything that has a lot of protein in, I would gain muscle automatically. So I cut out protein for at least 4 hours after I've exercised heavily. Last year I wasn't gymming hard. I was doing more speed walking and Pilates and yoga, so a lot less cardio and more lengthening things to lengthen your muscles. I also wasn't gymming because I just didn't have time. I was so crazy busy that I just didn't have time. But I also found that I lost a lot of weight, but I lost a lot of muscle, and that muscle turned into fat. And that's where you've got to be careful, because you can't starve yourself that your body starts to store fat, because then you're going to be flabby but thin, and no one wants to be thin and flabby. So now this year, January, I picked up a lot of weight over December holidays again, and now I'm trying to get back into that habit. So I found that cutting out breakfast for me, I find that I'm not really hungry. By 8 o'clock I'm fine. I have a cup of coffee. They say you should, okay, this is for intermittent fasting. Sorry guys, I'm ADHD, so my head bounces all the time, so you gotta stick with me, and I hope you have a pen and paper and are writing down things. So for me this year now, this previous month, I've started fasting, but not fasting like they say you should. So I have a cup of coffee in the morning with milk and 1 teaspoon of sugar, just because I find that I need the energy levels to get on with my day, especially because I work constantly. I don't have a day off. So I have a cup of coffee, and then I will feel when my body is hungry. And you need to learn to know when you are hungry or when you are bored, because I find myself eating when I'm bored. When you are bored, and you feel like you're hungry, first go have a glass of water and see if you are actually hungry. A lot of the times you're just thirsty. So now I will go have a glass of water, and if I'm still hungry, then I will eat. So I find myself eating rye bread from Woolworths, but the wheat-free rye bread with avo. Usually that's my breakfast, or it switches, it depends what's in the house really. I can put together stuff that I eat, but that will be on my next video. And then for lunch, depending on what time I eat breakfast, rye bread usually keeps me full till like 4 or 5. Then I'll snack on like a fruit, because I only eat dinner at 6:30, 7. So dinner is usually it's like chicken and broccoli, or veg, any veg. Sometimes I just eat like a bowl of broccoli because I don't feel like meat. I don't often feel like meat. I don't love meat, but sometimes I crave it, so it just depends. So sometimes I'll just have a bowl of broccoli. Sometimes I will have chicken, carrots, broccoli and green beans, or sweet potato. It all just depends. So I can put that together for you guys if that's what you want, and give you guys exactly what I eat. I would love to do a video where I keep you guys posted and track my whole week of eating, and you guys do the same with me. So if you are interested in doing that, let me know and I will be keen to do it. So yeah, so it basically all just comes down to the amount of calories you're putting in your body. And obviously exercising is super important. But now I'm not saying starve yourself, because please don't go starve yourself. Just eat till you're full, or only eat when you're hungry. We're not supposed to eat constantly unless you want to speed up your metabolism like it says it does. I don't know, I've never found that with myself. I find that when I eat when I'm hungry, my stomach works fine on its own. So drink water when you feel you're hungry, and then decide, and drink a glass of water before you eat, because that also helps to fill you up, and also realize when you're actually full. Drink a glass of water before you go to bed. You can add lemon to it to add flavor. Water is extremely important for your skin health, for your body, for everything. Another thing, I don't believe in juicing. I don't know what this new craze is about juicing, but it does not work. It is literally you taking all the water and sugar out of a fruit and drinking it. You're not even giving your body food or fiber to live off of, or to gain energy from. So you're constantly going to be hungry, first of all, because you're not filling your stomach with fiber. You're basically drinking sugar water, and that's not very good for you. So I mean, if you feel like a fruit juice, I'm not saying don't have a fruit juice. If you feel like a cucumber, celery juice, apple juice, go get it and have it. But don't go have it for breakfast, lunch and supper, because I promise you it is going to be a quick fix for a few days, and you're just going to gain the weight back. But I will still have my days where I'll eat a bowl of pasta, and you know what, a bowl of pasta isn't that bad for you. It's like 400 calories, and everyone thinks it's super bad for you. But if you feel like pasta, have pasta, and rather eat it at lunchtime, because it gives your body time to digest, and then rather eat a smaller dinner. Fasting can also create a huge problem, because you think you start to believe that not eating is the solution, and it is not that. You need to be eating. You just need to know when to stop eating and when you are full. And you need to consider your calories that you are eating within the day, and make sure that you are eating under what you are burning. Okay, so my one friend Jess always says don't weigh yourself, rather measure yourself, because that way you will see results. So what I'm going to tell you to do now, I will also do it, is you need to take a before and after photo. So I want you to get your camera, stand in a bikini or your underwear, whatever you feel more comfortable with, and take a front, a back and side shots. Then I want you to measure your waist, your hips, and when I say your hips, you measure around your bum, because that counts when you do design or fashion. Measuring around the bum counts as your hip. Then measure your thighs, but measure how high you're measuring from your knee, and then measure around your thighs. And then if you want, get someone to measure your arms. Write them all down. and we are going to do this together, and we are going to conquer it together. I will give you exercises next week that we can work on to start toning down, and I'll speak about my exercise program and exercise routine that I am in currently and what I have found that works for me. But again, I'm not saying that this is gonna guaranteed work for you. It is just what has worked for me. My body is extremely tall, I have extremely long legs, and a very short torso. If I pick up weight, you can see it straight away in my back. I pick up weight at the back by your love handles. That is where I pick up weight, and then on my thighs. So we will do this together, and we will conquer it together. And if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to message me on WhatsApp, Snapchat, or Instagram, or Facebook, or wherever you can find me. Even on YouTube is fine. I will not hesitate to answer your questions and try to help you and guide you through it. And like I said, if you guys want to do it together, that we keep each other tracked throughout the week, I'm happy to do that. I'm here to help you. I'm not here to lie to you, and I'm not here to give you false hope, because I'm telling you that it depends on your body. Some people, it works for some people, and some people it doesn't work for. So I can't guarantee that, but I can give you the advice that has worked for me, and I can try to help you figure out what will work for you. And I know a lot of people are going to have something to say about what I've said in this video, and that's okay. I think everyone has their own opinion. Like I said, I'm not a dietitian. I have just found that what works for me, and this is just actually my opinion. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I really hope to see you guys next week or the week after, depending on how busy I am. I am trying to post these videos and trying to get them out because I want to help you guys and I want to be there. So I will keep you posted as to when I will post my exercise routine, and then from there hopefully I can start giving you guys exercises and showing you the exercises that I do and help you with that. So have a great day. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you guys